What is up, my people? It's Real Ryze here, back with another gameplay, and today we are going to talk about Elden Ring's Nightreign and the best beginner tips. I have 17 hours on the game, and this is my tips for the people that are willing to buy the game and need a little push to begin. In the game, you're gathered with other fighters and everyone has the same goal, and this is to defeat the Night Lord. There's 3 days for each expedition. In the first and second day, you get to explore, collect armament, and level up correspondingly to the character you choose at the beginning of the expedition. At the end of the first day, it ends with a boss fight where you will have to defeat to move on to the second day, and the cycle repeats. However, this ends at day 3, where you are asked to travel into the spirit shelter, where it will take you to the final boss. I don't want to fill you up with too much information like every other YouTuber does, and especially spoil you the fun. I want to give you the basic and most truthful tips before you buy the game. So share this with your friends so they don't fall behind, and if you like the video, don't forget to drop a like and hit the subscribe button because you don't want to miss out on my future videos. First tip, keybinds. If you have played Elden Ring before, I want you to start this game knowing not to skip the tutorial, because this game does not have the same keybinds as the original Elden Ring. On the original version, you would jump with F and roll with space. In here, you jump with space and roll with shift. I myself found it too confusing, so I swapped to controller. Not specifically on these two keybinds, but the rest of the keys like scroll mouse button and clicking left mouse button to choose your weapon. It's just too confusing. So in my opinion, you should switch to controller if you have one. This is my tip number 2. Playing on controller. Playing on controller will make your enjoyment so much more fulfilling. And the reason why is because it is very simple and effective. Even when you begin the game, Steam tells you to play on controller and relax because it knows keyboard and mouse is harder to get used to. And you don't want to spend the first 10 hours learning how the keybinds work. Tip number 3. If you are playing on console, you can skip this part if you want to, but for PC players, when you begin the game, you will most likely have tearing problems on your screen. This happens in the other Elden Ring, and there could be possible packs for this issue. However, because this is a new game, there isn't one that I know of. But luckily, I have found a solution for how to fix it, and I would like to share how you can do this. The easiest way that you can fix this is before you start the game, you can scroll all the way down to graphics and go into screen mode, and I want you to click on borderless window and leave it there, because not only it helps you with tabbing out a 10-second black screen, but it could also help you with a screen tear. Moving on to tip number 4, and this is communication. This game does not have VC currently, so I would recommend to find a looking for group server on Discord if your friends are not online and you are craving to play. Everyone now and then are nice enough to hold a conversation and be as interested as you when you're playing the game. Or you can also choose single player mode if you're feeling like you much rather choose that option. The way you can do this, if you go to the round table hold and you press triangle or F, I presume, on keyboard, and you click on not the expeditions but on the settings right next to it, you can scroll or see all the way down that it says multiplayer. If you click on that, you can change that to single player, and then you can start the expeditions on your own. Tip number 5, how to play the game. Honestly, the easiest way to learn the game is by playing it and trying everything you can that suits your combat ability. Yes, it is very broad tip. However, if you go to the visual codex by pressing M on keyboard or D-pad on console, you will be able to come up with a list of the attributes your characters are best at. This way, when you land into combat, you will search for specific weapons and try them out. The positive thing about this is that even if you fail your runs, you will still earn rewards for upgrades and future attempts. And the last tip of this video, tip number 6. What to do when you land. In my opinion, when you land, you will most likely want to open the map and see what is up. But the very first step is to kill the mobs in front of you straight away, so when you get to the grace, you are rewarded with level 2. This way, you will have a higher chance of not dying when completing the next step, which is going to the nearest great church or building that you see in the map. A great tip is to pin for other players, including your friends, because it can help you communicate much easier. Bonus tip, don't forget about the churches. This can certainly boost up your chances of defeating the bosses because you have more flasks, aka healing. These are located around the map, not very close, but if you are the type of person to always die or your teammates are, be the one to let them know that the churches are essential. Anyway, my people, if this helped you out, please don't forget to share it around, and I thank you for watching once again. Don't forget to drop a like and hit that subscribe button because this brings a smile to my face. That said, thank you for watching. Peace out.